everyone, welcome to this updated video. I really do hope that you are having a fantastic day thus far. I hope your December has been going good, and it's been a couple of days, but we're going to talk about what exactly is going on. So with me not posting, there isn't any very significant features out there, especially now since we're going to be progressing into the dry season for the Caribbean on the whole. Doesn't mean that there will be no rain, but that is the time period where there's the lowest amount of rainfall in the Caribbean region. So that is on a wide scale, not specific to location, because over the course of the next couple of days, some areas will definitely be receiving a lot of rainfall. So we're going to be delving straight into what is expected. Let's get on with the details. So here we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery of the North Atlantic. We can see that frontal system and airflow pressure out there producing some thunderstorms as well offshore the Azores out there. And then as we go closer to the Caribbean, a couple of thunderstorms popping up, especially in parts of Cuba and Hispaniola, even offshore Puerto Rico, and then towards South America. There's been some action as well. Let's zoom in a bit more. Here we can see a better picture of what has been going on. So again, some afternoon thunderstorms across parts of Haiti and even the Dominican Republic, couple spots in Cuba, especially later into the evening. A couple spots in Central America with that flow of moisture coming in from the southwest. That's been helping out to enhance the convection across a few spots as well, such as the Bay Islands, Belize, other parts of Central America. And there's that little surge in moisture just offshore, within the vicinity of Costa Rica and Panama. But looking towards Lesser Antilles, aside from those passing clouds coming in from the east, there hasn't been a whole lot going on, maybe some downpours for certain. But as we head throughout the next day or so, going to tomorrow afternoon, this is a look at the rainfall forecast for the region. So in parts of the Bahamas, especially towards the central and southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, there could be some periods of heavy rain. Likewise, in sections of the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands. Going to the Lesser Antilles, there could be a little bit of a surge in moisture for some of the islands, especially going more towards the vicinity of Dominica, headed to Martinique, southward going to Grenada, the Grenadines, Trinidad, Tobago. There could be some substantial rain in a couple spots, not guaranteed for everywhere across those different islands. And then as we saw, there's already a bit of action in northern Guyana, going to Suriname, French Guiana. There will likely be some additional heavy downpours, parts of Venezuela as well, Colombia. The ABC Islands, maybe a couple passing showers, nothing much expected. And then with that persistent moisture within the vicinity of parts of Central America for sections of Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, even San Andreas, Providencia, there could be some heavy rainfall in a couple of spots, which may increase that risk of flooding. This is going to be one of those primary spots where we continually see a surge in moisture. And even headed towards Belize, the Bay Islands, the Keys as well, sections of northern Honduras, and even parts of Guatemala may experience some decent rainfall activity over the course of the next day or so. As for areas such as Jamaica, Cuba, the Cayman Islands, sections of the northern Bahamas and Florida, mostly some scattered showers around here and there. Not a whole lot of rain, no significant feature as of right now. But there will be some frontal action from further up north coming out of the U.S., which will help to influence our weather over the course of the next couple of days. So this is a look at the rainfall forecast for the next 5 days. So that is the accumulation in the rain totals expected. We can see the more vibrant shadings, those pinks go into those peachish and those whitish shadings as well, especially towards the Pacific coast of Colombia and even towards Costa Rica in a couple of spots. Very, very high rain totals expected over the course of the next couple of days, even for sections of the Bay Islands, northern Honduras as well. There could be some heavy rain with that moisture continually coming in. And then eventually, with the frontal systems passing by and the winds mostly coming out of the north or the northeast for parts of Jamaica, especially north and eastern parishes, there will likely be some increase in rainfall as we head into the next couple of days. And even for other parts of the North Caribbean, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, a few spots in Cuba, the Bahamas. So that will be the typical kind of weather being influenced by the low pressure systems up north. And then in terms of the cool down, now as we're going to be heading into Christmas week, this is what is expected. So we can see these blue shadings. So this map is indicating the temperature anomaly. The blues go into the purples. Those are indicating cooler than normal or below normal temperatures. Whites indicate that, hey, the temperature is pretty much normal in these spots. And then those oranges, reds indicate warmer than normal temperatures. So this is a time frame here. We're seeing 0Z, but actually going to Saturday night, the 21st, we can see these shadings, which would be indicating that cooler air following that frontal boundary coming down. So that will start impacting parts of the northern Bahamas, Cuba, even Central America, and the Cayman Islands as well. Now, GFS doesn't have this massive cool air moving very far into the Caribbean, but some of the, those stronger winds coming in from the north will likely be felt in much of the northern Caribbean islands. But then looking at the Euro model, this is for Sunday, the 22nd. We can see here that the Euro is expecting that temperatures could be cooler. It's showing those deeper blues going to those purples a bit deeper than the GFS model. And it even shows that cooler air loitering around even as we head into the second to final day of the year. We can still see some of those blue shadings, so those winds coming in from the northeast affecting much of the northern Caribbean up to that point, which would be welcomed by many of us, seeing that the region is typically warm all year round. So the cooler temperatures are welcomed by many, and especially those persons living in the more elevated or the hillier areas. It is going to be more noticeable when the temperature dip does happen, because it's normally a bit cooler there the more we increase in altitude. So that is what is expected, guys, as we're going to be heading into the next couple of days. Of course, I will be keeping you posted as necessary. And I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. But if you do have any additional questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weather-wise.